everyone to the Avengenerds podcast, where we're talking Marvel, DC, Star Wars, and more. I'm your host, Torrent, and with me is our co-host, Peyton.
Yo.
Today, we'll be talking about Thunderbolts and the news of the week. There'll be time codes in the description of the show notes if you want to jump around. And with that, here's Peyton with the news.
All right, we got a bunch of news, and then, oh my god, we're finally talking about Thunderbolts, bro. Finally. But let's start with some DC news. This is according to The Wrap. Luca Guadagnino's Sergeant Rock movie has been canceled, according to The Wrap.
Oh my god.
Yeah, according to The Hollywood Reporter, it was in pre-production before being canceled, very close to, like officially happening. Colin Farrell and Mike Feist were both cast. The film would have followed Sergeant Rock trying to find the Spear of Destiny, the spear used to stab Jesus during his crucifixion before the Nazis found it. I could be wrong. Did they do the Spear of Destiny in what was that show? Legends of Tomorrow?
Yeah.
That would have been fun. But according to Deadline, apparently Sergeant Rock is not canceled and is instead being reassessed and will potentially begin filming next summer, just without Luca Guadagnino and stuff like that. So like it could still happen, but still losing Luca Guadagnino is still a loss.
Yeah, I have a feeling they might make it into a TV show. Who knows?
I can see that. Moving on to some Marvel news, Torn. This is according to Variety. This is a very annoying piece of news. Jeremy Renner says he turned down doing Hawkeye Season 2 after only being offered half of his Season 1 salary. He said, quote, I'm sorry, why? Did you think I'm only half the Jeremy because I got ran over? Marvel was like, I don't know, man. I don't know if he could do the same thing he once did. So let's give one of the original 6 Avengers half the money.
Insane, bro.
Like, I know they're trying to like pull back and stuff and not spend as much money, but like giving him half is insane. Like, apparently he didn't even ask for like more money. He just wanted the same amount that he got for Season 1, and to just not give him that. I'm happy he's saying something, because maybe that'll push Marvel and Disney to not fuck him over. He did specify that it's not like Marvel itself, it's like Disney accountants and shit that were trying to fuck him over. But still, that's really annoying. Hopefully that gets sorted so I can get peak Season 2. This is according to the Hollywood Reporter. Ryan Reynolds is writing a Deadpool and X-Men team-up movie. The film would include 3 or 4 X-Men members, with Deadpool as a supporting character. He has not yet pitched an idea to the studio. Ryan Reynolds did, a little bit ago in an interview, mention that he is writing something Deadpool related. He also has mentioned in the past that he's done with the solo films and he wants Deadpool as more of a supporting character. He also talked about how Deadpool just as a character would just be fucking done if he's ever like an official member of like the Avengers and X-Men, which is why he wants Deadpool to take a more supporting role. So I'm curious if what he's pitching is like an actual like full-fledged X-Force movie, which is something that he wanted to do, and obviously something that they played around and toyed with in Deadpool 2. But like a full Deadpool X-Men team up movie, I think would be really, really fun. And I'm curious if it's like just Ryan Reynolds writing it, or he is like his little Deadpool team tagging along. But regardless, this is if this even happens, because he hasn't pitched it, I imagine it's still very far along, and it's still in the very, very early stages. But I'm down for it. I'd love more Deadpool. And lastly, this is according to the Wall Street Journal. Kevin Feige apparently was spread so thin at Marvel Studios in the early 2020s that creatives wouldn't hear from him and spend weeks on work only to get feedback that was too late to implement. Apparently, he was spread so thin, bro. He was spread so thin in the early 2020s that creatives couldn't hear from him and spend weeks on work only to get feedback that was too late to implement. And apparently some staffers had to resort to chasing Feige down in the hallway for answers. So this is like big news for like people who aren't us. But for people like us, this is news, really. we've probably even talked about it on the podcast before. It was very clear he was being spread way too thin in the early 2020s, because just the amount of shit that they were putting out. Even though I was still on the whole enjoying what they were putting out, there was a downgrade in quality. There just was. It was clear Feige was being spread too thin. It was like we only found out about it later, but in hindsight it was really obvious. Bob Chapek, the previous CEO of Disney, put a mandate on Disney Plus content, so they like had to push a bunch of this Disney Plus content, and apparently Kevin Feige was actually against the idea of doing all the Disney Plus shows. He wasn't against the idea of doing shows, but the idea of like doing so many. But he sort of reconcile, he was like, well, it could be an opportunity to introduce a bunch of characters, which is why we got things like Miss Marvel and Moon Knight and stuff like that, which I guess maybe is like, hindsight could be, it's like it might be a good thing, because it's like maybe we never would have gotten Moon Knight otherwise. Regardless, though, the amount of content that was being pushed out is not something Feige wanted, which is why they're pulling back, and is why apparently Feige's very relieved that Bob Iger is back in charge, because Bob Chapek was very quantity over quality, especially regarding Disney Plus, because they wanted that big push starting in 2019. So yeah, again, for people like us, this isn't news, but like it was still important to note. And it's also cool that it's like 100% like reported on, and not just like complete speculation. But yeah, we've talked about before, like after Brave New World, presumably that was the last of like the gigantic push for just content at all times, like a show or a movie and stuff, like every single month. That era of Marvel is gone, and Brave New World, really it should have been last year that era should have ended last year, but then Brave New World got pushed to February of this year. So yeah, and then it seems like Born Again and Thunderbolts are ushering in this new era of quality over quantity. Although I think there's a couple holdouts that got delayed, like Ironheart was greenlit and produced during that era, and it just got delayed. Although the people involved with Ironheart, I actually think it'll actually be pretty solid, but we'll see. That comes out like next month. But yeah, that is the news of the week, which means it's time to move on to our topic, which is Thunderbolts. The film Thunderbolts. We're going to do non-spoilers and spoilers. There will be time codes in the description if you want to jump straight to spoilers or you want to avoid spoilers. But yeah, Torin, what are your non-spoilery thoughts on Thunderbolts?
If I want to be like completely honest, this movie is absolutely amazing. It is like, wow. I was like so surprised with like what they were able to do with these characters and how they made them like so compelling. Obviously, there is a factor of the movie where, you know, we'll get into later on, which I was like, dang, that's kind of crazy. But like, we saw it coming if you've seen the trailers. I'm also going to add something. I think this version of Century was so well done. I loved how they incorporated Century into the story. One of the best emotional movies of the MCU. It has lots of great moments. I can't get enough of it, honestly. May I say, this might be a little controversial. Like, it has the potential to be top 10 MCU.
Hey, bro, I've been seeing that. People are like, hey, don't shoot me, but
I was like, damn, like this movie, like, it's got some fucking sauce to it.
Bro, it's funny. It's funny because like in a different era, people wouldn't hesitate, but now it's like, because Marvel's so shit on now, people are like, hey, maybe this one's actually pretty good. Actually, top 10 maybe. I know, right?
Bro, I swear, like the amount of like switch up that I've seen, like, you know, obviously when the movie was first announced, like, oh, Thunderbolts, like, who gives a fuck about these guys? And then it's like a year later, they'll like quote tweet their own like shit. It's like, hold on, wait a minute now. Like,
I wasn't familiar with your game.
I know. I was like, I apologize. Like, I apologize for shitting on the movie so much. But dude, like I said, bro, this shit has so much sauce. I think there's like not a single character that I disliked in this movie. I think they all played a role like very, very like well, play the roles very, very well. Like, I can't really say much more without spoiling it, but I will give the movie a 8 to 9 out of 10 for sure.
8 to 9 is crazy. I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
Shut the fuck up.
I thought this shit sucked. No, I'm with you. I feel like more than maybe some recent stuff we reviewed, I feel like we're going to be very much on the same page with this one. I think, like you said, Sentry was extremely well done. All of my complaints about this movie are just, man, I wish we had more of this good thing.
Yeah. I was saying that, like, yeah, like, I think what makes it not a 10 is the, like, I think that it should have been a little bit more runtime to, like, further flesh out some of those character moments. And I remember the director wanted to include more, but they cut it down.
Yeah, it's like almost 2 hours flat, and I think it could have done with maybe 15 to 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was
more.
gonna say, like, it could have been at least like 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2 hours 30, But overall, like you said, we could have gotten more of this great theme, but the amount of stuff that we got with this character, Sentry, God, dude, it was so good.
Yeah, and the character moments. Obviously, the whole cast is absolutely terrific. It is very much a Yelena movie. She is the sort of de facto main character, but everyone does get their chance to shine. Everyone does get their moment, which is really, really great. When when you're doing an ensemble, like, you got to give everyone their moment to shine, even if there is a sort of central character that the audience is seeing through. And it does a really, really good job at that. The cinematography is gorgeous. One of the best shot films in the MCU, maybe second to only like Eternals.
Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree.
Yeah, the cinematography is fantastic. There's some shots in this where I was like, damn, this is an MCU movie.
I will say this is also a movie where it's color grading done right. I love
why is it so gray?
I love the grayish cool tones on the movie, but you can still see what the fuck is happening. So cool. So cool.
Yeah, I love the director was like, why is it so gray?
I know, right? Why is it so gray? The marketing for this film was insane too.
Yeah, really solid market, which apparently the director had nothing to do with. He was like at a screening. He was like, I'm seeing what they're doing with the marketing. It's really fucking good. I never would have been able to. I was like, damn. So this man had nothing to do with it, but he's happy with it. So that's good. Yeah, the marketing's really fantastic. The decision to really emphasize the asterisk, considering what it was a very good idea. Considering if you don't know what the asterisk is, it's like, why is there an asterisk in this fucking title? And so utilize that in the marketing, and also marketing it like it's this fucking indie, like A24 style movie, was really, really smart. Actually, something that Marvel should take notes of is marketing the talent that's in the movie outside of just the cast.
Yeah.
Noting the director and the cinematographer and composer and stuff like that. It was a really, really smart idea, especially in this new era of people taking this shit too seriously. But yeah, the character dynamics were really fantastic. It's one of those things, like you said, like when it was announced, it's like, oh, no one fucking wants this or whatever. And people were like shitting on like the lineup, and it's like, if the lineup was any different to what we had, in this movie, it would not have been the same movie, and it would not have been as good. It just wouldn't have like oh, it's just a bunch of super soldiers and Black Widows. Like, yeah, this movie really only would have worked with that kind of thing. Like Thor does not fit in this shit. You know what I mean? Like or like even like someone said like, oh, it would have been cool to have Bullseye. Like, no. No,
bro, I don't know why people want Bullseye in the Thunderbolts, bro. Like, this is like it's crazy.
Like I'm really trying to, like, Zemo wouldn't make any sense because he's too
cunning.
Big. Yeah, like the characters they used made perfect sense. It only would have worked with this group of people. But yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else that I can talk about that's not spoilery. Obviously, the villain, probably one of the best designs we've had for an MCU villain, which is hilarious considering how simplistic it is. But yeah, super, super well done. I will say the balance between drama and humor I thought was very, very well done. I've seen some reviews say like it was still a bit too comedic. I don't know. I felt like the comedy when it was there made sense considering the characters. It's one thing if like Bucky was like, whoa, quip, you know what I mean? Then it's like, oh, okay, what are we doing here? But like a lot of that comedy comes from David Harbour's character, and some of it does come from Bucky, but it's different. It's different. It's different. It makes sense. Did you feel like there was too much humor?
No.
See, on the same page. But yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say for non-spoilers. I don't think so. Other than if you're, down on the MCU and you're like, I don't know about these movies now, bro. Like this one's definitely one you should give a shot. Even if it's just like a fucking one-off, like, you know what I mean? Like Brave New World, I get it. But this one, I'd say watch this one. Really, really great. Right now, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. It's definitely a movie I need to watch again. Because most
definitely.
It's 8 is 100% my gut reaction. But again, it's one of those movies where I'm like, it's not going any lower than an 8. It's just not going to happen. So it's either going to stay at 8 or it's going to go up, which is always a good sign. But yeah, so that's an 8. Only complaints is that I wanted more, which is technically a good problem to have. And yeah, Tori, you want to get into spoilers?
Of course.
All right, this is your spoiler warning. We're going into spoilers. Bro, that little girl got destroyed, bro.
Dude, oh my. Bro, what's up with, dude? These movies are getting bold this year, bro. They wanted to kill kids. I mean, first we had Minecraft, and now we had Thunderbolts, bro.
Oh, shit, true. I was like, what movie killed kids? Right.
Yeah, I think they're trying to say something, bro.
They just be killed, although the kid didn't die.
Yeah. The kid came back.
You know what? There's a complaint. I wanted more death.
You wanted more death?
Yeah. I mean, I guess it made sense considering, he's supposed to be part of this new team, and if he just went on a fucking literal mass murdering spree, maybe that probably wouldn't have went over well.
What if I mean, the one death I could like imagine them doing, like the style of them doing it is I like kind of like this like cheap like this like camera like zooming in, and then it's just like boom, shadow. But yeah, I mean, I don't agree. I mean, I agree that there could have been more death.
Yeah, but bro, that little girl, the whole theater was just like, oh no.
I know. Such a powerful moment that boom, gone.
Yeah, it obviously following one of the best moments in the MCU, in my opinion, one of the best moments in the MCU. It's been a fucking long time since we've had a moment of just characters on the ground just helping people out. And we got a moment with each of the characters saving someone, which was really, really great. And then obviously, them pushing that fucking thing over. It's like, I feel like we haven't seen that since, I don't know, Spider-Man Homecoming.
Homecoming, yeah.
But like,
Homecoming,
even before that, as a team, like Avengers 2012.
Avengers 2012, Age of Ultron a little bit.
Civil War kinda.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been a fucking hot minute. So to see that in this movie, it was just really, really fun. I see a lot of people being like, oh yeah, this is a throwback to like old Marvel in that sense, and I'm like, no, I think this is just them realizing like this is what we want. it's not necessarily like, oh, we're doing old Marvel. Although technically they are. But yeah, that was a really, really great moment, and just to and go into the void. But yeah, the movie starts off with, oh, actually, you know what? Before that, we didn't get the traditional Marvel Studios fanfare.
Yeah, I love how it's like the comic book panels, and then it just goes into like black because of the void. That's so fucking dope.
Yeah, I wonder if this is like I wonder what the decision process is. Is this like for this in Brave New World? Is this like the director going, I want to do something different, and then giving the okay, or is this Marvel Studios as a whole trying to I don't not necessarily move away from it, but
something different in every single movie.
Yeah, and for it being a bit more tailored to each film, because that's something I really liked about like the TV shows, because they do some of them do different stuff with the Marvel Studios logo, and I think that's always really fun. So if each movie has their own little spin on it, I'm fucking down for that. That's awesome. But yeah, the movie starts off with Yelena, and she's all like, I'm tired of this shit. She's like, I'm tired. I don't want to do this shit no more. Contract kills and stuff like that. And we see not a montage, but like her going through this mission. And again, really well, there's that like top down shot of her going through the hallway with the shadows.
Yeah, that nice little parallel, really awesome.
What were we gonna say?
Yeah, did you see that the security guard that was tied up is Matt Pat?
It's not Matt Pat, but he did look a lot like Matt Pat.
No, it's Matt Pat, bro.
I wish it was.
It was him, bro.
I wish it was. He sounded like him a little bit too. I was like, damn, that's Matt Pat.
It's Matt Pat, bro. It's him. I want to say something about John Walker. He's low-key a beast in this movie, bro.
Bro, I kept forgetting. I was like, oh right, he took the fucking serum.
Yeah, like he's actually doing like super soldier shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, like choreography is really, really good. It's like, damn. And then like there was one like part where like he just fucking like tosses ghosts across the fucking room.
Yeah, like, she like fucking like smacks like a pile of boxes or whatever, like flips. like I was like, Jesus.
Also, I didn't think Taskmaster would go out like that.
I kind of expected it.
Like, well, like I knew she was gonna die early in the film. That's very, very apparent.
Yeah.
But my damn, just gunshot to the head. It's kind of crazy. I know people are upset about Taskmaster. Me personally, I see where they're coming from, but it doesn't really bother me that much, to be honest.
Yeah. It is funny how like people are upset about that, considering the reaction to that version of Taskmaster. But like as a Black Widow apologist, yeah, I don't really give a shit.
Yeah, people aren't fond of this iteration of Taskmaster.
I don't even hate this version of Taskmaster. I just don't care.
Yeah. One person also was like, "Oh, I wish they had focused." Like they're saying that they wish Yelena focused on her death more, because of the fact that, she's like a fellow widow. She like kind of helped like her sister out, which is like, I get it, but
I don't. As a Black Widow apologist, I think that person or anyone who thinks that is very much misreading the relationships between the widows.
Yeah,
it reminds me of like people thinking like the original Avengers are like this fucking family. Like, no, they're like co-workers.
Yeah, which is like I said, like I get it, but it would have been taken away from like the actual story. And plus, like we kind of got we also like got that a little bit.
Yeah, she was a
and
contract coach. She killed people for money or whatever, and eventually she'd get killed. Like, that's the job.
Yeah, and then it's like damn, like have some respect. They fucking like looting her body and shit like it's Fortnite.
Yeah.
And then John Walker's like, hey, like, she would have wanted me to have it.
Yeah, John was like, yeah, Jesus, picks up a thing.
Crazy as hell.
I do like that. Even though he's like, yeah, I was Captain America. They're still not like, they're not trying to like make him be Steve.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he's not trying to. You could tell that they don't the writers don't want him to be like it. It's just, I thought that was just very well done.
It's like, yeah, like you're Captain America for like 2 seconds, bro. And then it's like, God, this shit was so fucking funny.
Oh, and then of course the reference to Falcon and Winter Soldier when Ghost is like, when you killed that like innocent man, on the street or whatever, and again acknowledging like the debate around it. He was like innocence debatable, but
yeah, so people are bringing that shit up again.
Yeah, so it's like it's funny that they're acknowledging the debate, and it's but also Walker is doubling down on the fact that he thinks he did the right thing there.
Yeah. Isn't that one of your favorite seasons in the MCU?
It's up there.
For real?
Yes. Look, as a whole, the show, I don't love the show, but it has really great moments.
So would you say that scene is on par with Jason Todd killing the cops in Titans?
No. Because I actually like the scene with John Walker.
Hey, both are pretty peak, bro.
No.
Yeah. Anyways, I love the trauma boxes thing. That was like really cool. And like whenever they first see Bob and they're like how the fuck did you get in here? It's like, oh, like I was just here. And then like John has like his first trauma box. Bro's a dickhead to his wife.
Big time.
And I love the fact is like it's very subtle, or not very subtle. I love the theme of the suicidal tendencies in this film, because in that scene it's like bro almost fucking jumped off a fucking thing, on a fucking cliff. And they're like, yo, John, like, fuck you doing? And he's like, oh shit, my fault.
Burson was like, the darkness almost got to me, bro.
Yeah, I know, right?
But yeah, the scene we're like immediately seeing their back and forth as characters, just like right off jump, which I thought was really well done, and how they're like forced to work together and stuff. They have to get the fact they have to fucking walk up that whole fucking thing.
I know that was crazy.
I was like, God, I was like he's a super soldier. I get that, but like you got Yelena and Ghost that are just fucking.
I know.
I'm like, yeah, I'm fucking done. I'm dead. Leave me down there. One
moment I was also like pretty surprised, like of like seeing, was like, they're stuck down there, and John's like, all right, hold on, and he just fucking jumps like super fucking high. Damn.
I know. Everyone in our theater was like, oh.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Again, that was one of those moments I'm like, oh yeah, he's a superstar. I keep fucking forgetting.
I love the scene where they're fighting the soldiers and stuff like that, fighting the soldiers, and that whole like the Yelena Bob thing, her just like fucking taking them out.
Stay behind shooting. Me.
Yeah, Bob's like shooting, and he's like, I'm sorry. He's like shooting at the ground. And then he starts shooting at like fucking John. He's like, whoa, it's me. And then, they have that little banter again.
Hey, bro. Speaking of that shit, bro, it's nice that his helmet actually fucking fits him.
Oh yeah,
bro. I saw a side by side. I was like, God damn, that'll. He looks so fucking goofy, bro.
I will say also, I like the look better of John Walker in this. Compared to,
in terms of what?
Like I'm saying, like in terms of like just costuming. I like
for sure.
The whole
because he's actually a U.S. agent.
Yeah, and I also I like the bearded look on him more.
Yeah, should have looked like should have been him in 22 Jump Street. Should have just made him look like that.
Okay. What you call it?
I think the only person who didn't get that much play in this movie was Ghost.
Yeah.
But it's also like, I mean, she did what she needed to do.
Yeah. She's getting stuff done, which is good.
Yeah. Doing cool shit. We also learned, unless it's something that I just don't fucking remember, we also learned that she can only be invisible for a minute.
That's crazy.
Yeah, which is a good handicap because she would be extremely overpowered. And they fucking riddle Bob with bullets, and bro starts flying.
They fucking shot his ass up, bro. Turn him into a fucking Biggie track.
That's crazy.
No, not like that. There was like literally like a track on like Not Ready to Die where he just like fucking gunned someone down, bro.
I see.
Can't believe they got his ass. But he starts flying. They're doing all this crazy shit, and bro makes a crater. And I also like love that like little like heart to heart moment that they have like afterwards, where John feeds him wherever that plant was.
The cactus fruit.
Yeah, looks good.
And before the heart to heart that Yelena and Bob have, where he's talking about like the darkness is consuming him or whatever, and she's the one that calls it the void. And he's like, "How do you deal with that?" And she's like, "Just fucking push it down, bro."
Yeah.
And he's like, "Word, gotcha." I will do exactly that.
Can I just also say how I love Valentina?
Because the white streak.
That could be part of it, yeah.
I saw a tweet saying that she was the worst part of the movie. And I was like, well, you're not necessarily supposed to like her.
I can't help it, bro.
Oh, yeah, it's Julie Louis-Dreyfus. I mean, yeah, she's fantastic in this. She had to go into mommy mode for a second.
There was a Letterboxd review, and it says, I love watching this movie and watching like watching Valentina call someone a good girl.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It was like big movie for people who want to hear Julie Louis-Dreyfus say good girl or whatever.
Yeah.
We actually, when Red Guardian pulls up in the limo and Yelena's like, oh fuck. Jesus Christ. She's getting like genuinely embarrassed and shit. Was really, really funny. And we see that fucking Bucky's a congressman, and he's like trying to do shit by the book, and shit is just not working out for him. Bro is fumbling, and he's like, gotta get my hands dirty. It's the only way shit's gonna get done. So he goes after them, and we get that sick ass action sequence with him on the motorcycle and stuff that's in the trailers. And it's he's just so cool, man. He's just so cool. Bucky's so cool, bro. Like
it's perfect.
He locks
absolutely fucking perfect
on some Terminator 2 shit.
I know, man. And he even did the fucking shotgun reload. I just nutted in the theater, bro.
You said yes, Bucky, yes. Then yeah, that whole sequence was just a lot of fun. Like him, Red Guardian being like, it's bulletproof. the getting fucking blasted. They found a way to again nerf Ghost by having like the sonic blast and shit. Yeah, and yeah, she was just kind of getting cucked, wasn't she?
Mm-hmm.
But when they finally get to, you know, the place, New York or whatever, and they start just wiping through people, and then Val is just like, you can just come up, like,
yeah, you even gotta fight these people, bro.
You know how much money that fucking wall was? Jesus Christ. But I do like how Red Guardian was like, so what's the plan? And Bucky was like, the plan? Just ran through the wall. Ahead. But then we get up there, and then we get the reveal of our boy Century.
God, dude, that suit looks fucking, it looks so good. So good.
Louis Pullman, very, very good.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
Giving me big Paul Dano vibes in this movie.
That's true. You know, that is something that I saw on something I saw on Twitter.
What, that he was reminding Paul Dano?
I saw the suit. No.
Oh,
I saw the suit on Twitter.
I too saw the suit on Twitter like right before the movie started.
Oh my god, that's even worse. I think I saw
it
it
is
like,
what it is.
I mean, I think it was still dope to see him like walk out.
Yeah.
I was like, man. And look, I know people have a problem with the MCU suit. Oh my god, it's MCU. MCUified.
There's the why
Oh
so
my
many
God.
lines. It's padded.
Like, look, bro, I don't give a fuck. This suit with the lines, fucking good. It fucking works. It makes the costume much better. My opinion, at least. Those other motherfuckers, they can eat a dick.
I agree. But yeah, it looks great. Lewis Pullman is fantastic, looking like Tom Holland. The only time like he looked like Lewis, like actually looked like Lewis Pullman, was when he was like flying in the air and like the wind was like pushing his hair back. I was like, oh yeah, it's Lewis Pullman. And then he came back down, his hair was all, I'm like, oh, it's Tom Holland.
Tom Holland.
But yeah, he was really great in this. The only this isn't a complaint because obviously everything works in the movie. But like his comic sort of backstory and stuff like that just thrown out the window.
Oh yeah, no, yeah.
Completely different.
I mean, I'm gonna say this. Sentry, like how Sentry is written in the MCU, low-key kind of better than how it is in the comics.
Jeez,
I'm just saying.
bro. That's crazy. That's a. I don't know if that's a hot take or not. I actually don't know how people feel about it.
Well, some people feel the same.
All right.
See, that's the thing. I thought they were gonna do that retcon. That would have been pretty fucking awesome.
I thought they might have done it, but no.
But no, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. It doesn't really matter.
And they still deliver it either way. That scene, that fight scene, God,
yeah, bro. They
just shredding the fuck through them.
Like I read in a couple of reviews, and they were like, oh, they didn't hold back on how powerful Sentry is, and I was like, we'll see about that. No, man, he was, he was just like, he wasn't even like he was just like toying around with them.
I know. No, like,
he wasn't trying or anything. He wasn't trying to hurt them either. Like he Jesus Christ.
Dude, Red Guardian, at first, I thought he like was gonna die, but then in the movie, he just gets through out a window, and then he comes right back. I was like, oh, thank God.
I know, same. I was like, wait.
And then like I also like love the part where like it's fucking he like throw like behind his back, not even like looking at Red Guardian. He like essentially like moves the entire counter towards him.
Yeah.
While choking Ghost, and then he just grabs John Walker. I was like, damn.
Folded his
shield. And then Bucky was just like, you know what? For the ladies, I'm gonna take off this vest. And I'm gonna try to hit him.
Yeah, again.
And at first,
yeah, me in the audience going, woo, Bucky.
I know.
Yeah, you think it's gonna be like a moment, but nah. Rips his arm off and bitch slaps him with his own fucking arm.
Crazy as hell, man.
Knocks him out. And part of it was like, damn, they're gonna do Bucky like that. And I'm like, well, they have to. I mean, he's what is he gonna do? I guess as we were alluding to earlier, the only complaint being I wanted more Sentry, bro. Like we got this scene and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And like it's a great scene, but yeah, I would have wanted to see more Sentry. Hopefully we get that in Doomsday? Question mark?
Yeah, hopefully. I hope they don't give this motherfucker the Hulk treatment.
I hope they do. Just to piss people off.
Fuck no.
Hell yeah.
That was one indicator of the MCU failing, bro.
I don't know about that one, bro.
Hey, whenever Hulk couldn't get hard.
What?
That's crazy. When Banner couldn't get that Hulk hard, bro.
What? Banner couldn't get it up.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, the Hulk isn't an allegory for mental health. It's an allegory for erectile dysfunction.
Hey, in that moment it was, yeah. I mean, erectile dysfunction is a sign of mental illness.
You know what is a sign of mental illness? This fucking movie.
Yes.
Bro, everyone's fucking just depressed in this shit,
everyone is. Hey, I can't relate,
what is this,
though.
DC? Am I right?
it's almost like Snyder wrote this. Nah,
let's calm down. Snyder's not capable of writing something with depth.
Sure, Snyder definitely color graded it.
No, if he color graded it, I wouldn't be able to see shit, and it would have been way more foggy, and there would have been lightning. Say that again. Foggy.
Foggy.
But yeah, bro. The way he fucking uses the Force and shit. The way when he I know he's like Superman, but like then he like fucking like darted across the room. I was like, Jesus fucking. I was like, yeah, they really just did not. I mean, they did him justice as far as his powers go. But then they escape, and we see that Bob's still in there. He's like, I don't want to kill him. They're not a threat. And Val's like, nah, do it. And like immediately Bob's like, no. I don't have to listen to you.
Thank you for standing up for yourself.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
It's like it moved so fast, like how quickly he turned on her, but like it's a good thing because that is a trope where it's like you have like an all-powerful kind of character like beholden to like just a fucking mortal, and it's like it almost does that trope, and then he's like, nah, I'm good, but then he almost kills her, and that would have been bad, I guess. But they have that little kill switch, which I don't even know what that did. On some Suicide Squad shit, it didn't like blow up his head, but it did something. It like broke his neck without breaking his neck. That's what it looked like. But then the fucking Void is born, bro. Talk about a fucking design.
Crazy.
I'm curious how they did it, because at first I thought it was just kind of like they this is an oversimplification, but like they like rotoed him and like masked him and then just made him black, like pitch black. But no, there's scenes in this where it just looks like he's like in a really dark shadow. So I'm curious how they did it, or maybe they used like different techniques for different scenes and shit. But then just the little fucking pinhole white eyes, just super well done. And then you had some people. Did you see some people were getting fucking pissed on Twitter because I think it was the director said like the Void shit was like inspired by the Hiroshima bomb,
Holocaust,
and they're like, insensitive much? Like, are you fucking stupid, dog? Was that not obvious from the start? Where else have you seen that shit? God damn, bro. They're like, wow, that's maybe you shouldn't have like it wouldn't have, Batman couldn't get this info out of me. The fuck are you talking about?
Hey, wait till you figure out what Hydra's based off of, bro. like this is what you're getting bent at a like what? Fucking Christ. Marvel's like, let's do something really visually interesting and haunting. And people are like, actually, that's so tactless.
That's so like, why would you do that? Fuck off. They also did it in Iron Man 3. You weren't crying then. Probably because you were fucking 6 years old. But yeah, we talked about the little girl getting absolutely fucking annihilated. Then Yelena essentially sacrifices herself and goes into the Void, and we get this really fucking sick ass sequence of her going through traumatic memories, and the way it's done, I'm such a sucker for this, for fucking like mental, psychological, like dream type sequences. I'm a sucker for that shit, bro. She like goes through, or she like falls through the fucking wall, or she goes through the wall and then falls down. The shifting gravity is sick. That's what I'm saying. And then she like meets herself. She's like passed out from drinking, and then she goes and like chokes herself out. But then it like I love it. I love that shit so much. Reminds me of a fucking Black Ops game. I think Treyarch did that sequence, bro. But again, wanting more of a good thing, I wanted to see the other characters, bro. I wanted to see the characters go through it. A lot of people are like, I wanted to see Bucky. I mean, that's fine that we didn't see Bucky, but like, I would have liked to see Ghosts. I would have liked to see Walkers. I would have liked to see Red Guardians, but we didn't see that. So I am, that's like seeing more of Sentry is one thing, but I genuinely think that seeing that, like, that's a genuine loss. Like I think this movie really could have done with that, because then I feel like pacing wise it felt a bit quick.
Mm-hmm.
Like she figures it out super quick, finds Bob, the others just get there, and then they escape, and then everything's fine. But I mean, because of really the only it kind of reminds me of Guardians of the Galaxy in the sense that like in Guardians of the Galaxy, Quill has that fucking dance off to save the universe, and it's like in a worse movie that should absolutely not work at all. It's fucking ridiculous that it does, to be honest, but it does. And it's similar in this, where it's like, because the way it handles its themes and because it's executed so well, even though it is, I think, a bit rushed, because it's so well done in its execution, that like I'm willing to, you know, even though it still bothers me a bit, I'm not as bothered as I could be, because the whole sequence when they're actually all together and Bob is fighting himself as the Void. He's literally directly fighting his depression, and it's his inner demons like literally outwardly telling him like you're always going to be alone and shit like that. And Yelena and all of them like hugging him, and her being like, you're not alone, like it's going to be okay, with the darkness like slowly taking him over. It's really well done. It just is. And but yeah, then everything is a-okay. And then we see that Bob lost his memories again. To be honest, I thought he was joking. I thought he was doing a bit, but no, he's not doing a bit. He fully does not remember.
Bro retconned his own mind.
Yeah, he did. And then they go to try and get Val, and then we get the reveal that like we expected. Like it's I mean, yeah, we expected it. I mean, I banked on it being the Dark Avengers, but I guess if you're gonna fucking, you know, market it to like in universe, obviously it wouldn't be called, yeah, this is the Dark Avengers. That wouldn't make any sense. So yeah, they're the new Avengers. They're the new Avengers. That's what the asterisk is. They're the new Avengers. Did you see that Robert Downey Jr. fucking spoiled it?
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he posted an Instagram story of like him and the Doomsday cast because they watched Thunderbolts or whatever.
I did.
And he was like, yeah, like happy to see this and something with the new Avengers, or it's like seeing the new Avengers on the screen.
Oh my god!
And he had to change it. Really, he had to change it. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, well, and then yeah, because Val's like, obviously the whole movie, Val's like trying to like save her own ass, and Yelena's like, we own you now, and I'm like, damn.
Shit, I want her to say that to me.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Fuck, what was I gonna? Oh yeah, and then the movie ends, and it's like it is really. I thought it was really fucking cool and funny how the MCU's done it only a few times, but when they do, I always really enjoy it. Like the only other time I can think of right now. Okay, well they did it. Oh fuck, I can't think of the other time, but I know they did it in like No Way Home, where they literally were like they called out like I think it was like a Time magazine, or it was like some magazine that said like Iron Boy Jr. and shit, which was really funny. And in this, it's like, yeah, they're the new Avengers, and the whole entire credit sequence is just like, new Avengers? What?
Yeah.
More like B-Vengers. And it's just like, one of them was literally said, not my Avengers, like like just really like getting ahead of it. What I thought was really cool and really funny. What was the mid-credit scene?
The mid-credit scene was trying to figure that out.
Yeah, I can't remember what the mid-credit scene was. Was it? Oh, he was in the Red Guardian in the store with the Wheaties box.
Oh yes.
Yeah, that was a fun bit.
I need that box, bro.
I'm pissed we didn't get the fucking box, bro.
Bro, you want to know what's crazy? Is because the person that I asked, they went to a theater in Austin. That's where they had the early screening. It's like, dang, like they saw it on Wednesday. I was like, dang, dude.
Must be nice.
I know. Could have spoiled it for people.
I know, but friend couldn't invite us, bro.
Yeah, probably had.
That friend was the director of the movie.
Why, bro? There's no way this is sold out, bro.
What?
The actual Wheaties site for the Thunderbolts boxes, they're $20. Oh my god, there's only 1,000 boxes printed. Get that out of here, bro. Dumb.
$20. Holy.
Yeah, but it would have been like 35 or 30.
Oh yeah, with
like
shipping.
Something.
Jesus Christ.
Because they were like, oh yeah, we have a we're gonna add a $13 flat rate shipping fee. I was like, bro,
that's insane. Hey, but we got a keychain though.
We did get a keychain.
It's a pretty hefty keychain. It's fucking like it's built. It's not just like some shit plastic.
Yeah.
So that's cool. Put that shit on my keys. So now I got a Thunderbolt. It's actually kind of a problem because it's so heavy. It's fucking swinging, bro.
Damn.
But Torn, let's talk about that post credits. Let's talk about the post credits. Can I be honest? Can I be honest, Torn? Torn, can I be honest?
What?
Torn.
What?
Can I be honest, Torn?
What?
I'm a little disappointed.
You're a little disappointed,
bro. Look, it's my fault for listening to reviews, but like all the reviews were like, this changes the future of the MCU, and none of them was like that. I didn't expect anything like Doomsday related, to be clear, because none of them were like, oh, it sets up Avengers Doomsday, even though it does. It was just like, oh, this changes the future of the MCU and shit like that, and I was like, oh, interesting. I wonder what this is. And the post credit scene is just like, hey, Fantastic Four is coming. I'm like, yeah, I know, I knew that already. What? What I found significantly more interesting than the fucking Fantastic Four was pretty much everything else. The world building surrounding it. They have new suits. They're the new Avengers. Obviously, they have a completely different logo. Bucky's fighting with Sam because Sam wanted to build his own Avengers. And Bucky's obviously part of this new Avengers, and obviously they're clashing on that. I found the world building on pretty much everything else far more intriguing than, hey, the Fantastic Four is here. Also, I saw people complaining that the credits spoiled the movie because the Fantastic Four theme was apparently credits.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see that. Looking at I was not. I guess I wasn't paying attention.
I saw it and I was like, where was it? And then. Like I mean, it didn't like, you know, it didn't destroy the hype for me. I was just like, where is it? Yeah.
The person next to it, because it was like unidentified aircraft in outer space or whatever, and it takes them like a few it takes up a few moments to figure it out. And like a couple of seats down from me, someone goes, "Get on with it."
Oh my god!
Like, get on with it. What is it? Like, goddamn, chill. But yeah, the Fantastic Four theme plays, and that, you know, Fantastic Four theme is fucking godly. And then you went, ah!
I know.
It's pretty much the exact sound you make. Hey, bro, we already knew it was happening.
I still like seeing it, bro. Don't destroy that shit for me.
I'm going to yuck your yum.
Wow.
I did see people complaining like, oh, it spoils the next movie. Like, you couldn't figure that out? You expected them to get to the MCU how? Did you think the world was actually gonna fucking like survive? Like, what do you think's gonna happen? Like, no, like, I know people aren't us and are like privy to a lot of this shit, but like, come on, man, let's use our head. Let's use our heads here. Do you like Bucky's look?
I love that. I love it.
Saw someone say Marvel Rivals ass skip. Marvel Rivals ass suit, bro.
Shit, it's probably like the best suit. Then hey,
I don't know. I don't know about that.
I like the Revolution skin. I like that look.
Do you like the new A for Avengers?
It's alright.
Yeah, it's alright. I mean, ain't no Sam Wilson Avengers, the OGs, but you know.
Get a U.S. agent a new shield. I don't know why he has that taco.
Yeah, why does he still have yeah, what the fuck? I don't know why
he still has the fucking taco, bro. Get that shit out of here.
Like, how far like you can't get they can't get vibranium?
14 months later, bro. and still has that shit, bro.
It's fucking hilarious.
It's insane.
Bob was just sitting there.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Bro, better lock in.
Yeah, better lock the fuck in, bro.
But he did the dishes.
He did the dishes. So the Russo brothers directed this post-credit scene. Do we think this is just straight up a scene from Doomsday, or do we think this is just something extra they shot?
Probably something they shot,
like just for this.
Yeah, probably just for this.
Yeah, because this has happened a few times with the Russos. We have in Ant-Man, we got a post-credit scene for Civil War, which is just a clip from the movie. And then we got the post-credit scene in Captain Marvel, which was setting up Endgame, obviously, and that was completely different, or not completely different, but that was shot specifically for the end of Captain Marvel and was not in Endgame. So this could be either or, I guess.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's in like the movie, like, or like if they like shot it a different way.
For sure.
In Doomsday.
I know how you feel about the RDJ shit, but like outside of that, I'm fucking fascinated by what they're gonna do. Like I'm so fucking curious about how this is gonna, just how this movie's gonna. I'm fucking fascinated. I don't know, like, because with Infinity War and Endgame, we had an idea of what was gonna happen, like some idea. Like even Endgame, like we saw that they were gonna go back to Avengers 2012 from like set photos and shit. Like we knew, but this, like, we have no fucking idea. And I'm scared. I'm scared. But yeah, like the context of like Sam and Bucky like sort of feuding over the Avengers and shit like that. I wonder if that's just like going to be in Doomsday, or it's just going to be like, hey, like this is just something that's happened off screen. Either way, it'll be fine. But yeah, Torn, overall, this is a great movie.
It really was.
It
really was.
8 out of 10 for me. Yeah. Again, only complaints. Just wanted more Sentry. Wanted to see
more trauma.
Yeah, more trauma from the other characters. But the line from Bucky was really funny.
Yeah, man. I have a great pass. Man.
Convenient they all arrived at the same time. But it's cool. Oh, we didn't even talk. Oh, fuck, bro. We didn't talk about the scene where like fucking Yelena fucking like breaks down. She starts crashing out. Scene. That was a fucking great, man. Fucking Florence Pugh, bro. Florence Pugh, she's fucking fantastic. But like the way she just absolutely shits on John Walker was so fucking funny.
Yeah, man. Your wife and kids left you.
Yeah, it's like no one likes you, John Walker. It's just like your wife and kids. Jesus Christ.
Also, say that again.
Which part?
Florence Pugh.
Which part? I don't remember what I said, man.
You said something like.
I said she's. Did I say she's fantastic?
Say that again.
God damn it.
It's fantastic.
It's fantastic, ain't it? God damn it. But she has that really nice heart-to-heart with Mr. Red Guardian. What the fuck is his name?
What? Alexei?
Yeah, Alexei.
Most Russian name ever.
Hey, maybe not so much as Nikolai. Oh, but bro, the scene in the limo where he's like, give me the vodka.
Yeah, I know. I was like, oh my.
Time, hand me the vodka. I was like, this man is Russian as shit.
I know, Russian as fuck.
Like, I'm just, that shit's coming back to me now. Like when Yelena was seeing him in his place, and he was like, the light inside you is dim, even by Eastern European standards. It's like, god damn. He had some good lines, Torn. He had some good lines.
Also, I love the line where Yelena was like, basically, it was like a trauma competition. She's like, I'd win.
Yeah. And she was like, oh, trained as an assassin in the Red Room and stuff like that. Assassinated kid, like, or assassinated people when she was like young. And Walker was like, at least you were a kid. She's like, what? It was like, I mean, at least you didn't know any better. And she was like, I guess. Yeah, good shit. Good. I definitely need to watch this again, knowing that I'm not going to get extra trauma. I wonder if they like shot anything. Like they can deleted scenes of like some trauma shit. Like I don't know. Torn. I don't know.
I don't know, man. Maybe.
Bro, this steelbook better go fucking hard, bro. might be a cop, bro. Steelbook might be a cop if it actually looks good. But yeah, I guess we both give it 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right. Torn, did you watch anything this week?
No.
What the fuck, man?
I ain't watched shit.
I specifically told you to watch stuff.
No.
Yeah, no, I didn't. You're right.
Did you watch anything?
Torn, I watched everything. I watched so much stuff. For example, I watched what did I watch? I watched 2 Gareth Evans?
Gareth Edwards?
Evans? I watched Havoc.
Gareth Evans. Yes, that's Evans. Okay.
Yes, okay. I watched Havoc with Tom Hardy, directed by Gareth Evans. It was all right. Action was solid, I guess, but I wanted it to be a bit better coming from Gareth Evans. There was a couple. There was a handful of scenes that felt very CGI that I didn't love, but it's Netflix. What are you gonna do? But it was solid. It was solid enough. I don't like that Tom Hardy's just kind of being Eddie Brock in this. Literally, he's like sweaty and he's doing that fucking American accent he's doing. I mean, he's just being Eddie Brock in this. He's literally just being Eddie Brock in this. It's like he came off the set for brand new Last Dance, whatever the fuck it's called.
The Last Dance, brother.
Yeah, it was all right. I think I gave it like a 6 or a 7 out of 10. But Torrin, then I was like, I mean, I watched Havoc. Might as well watch The Raid for the first time. Also directed by
Mr.
Gareth
fucking
Evans.
peak, right?
Bro.
That shit's fucking awesome.
Bro. Torrin. It was okay.
Oh,
and by that I mean it was fucking great. Bro, the action was nuts. It took a little bit to get going, but once it got going, I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. And apparently the streets say that the second one's better.
The second one's it is also really good.
I have not seen the second one yet, but I will. I didn't expect the whole fucking movie to be what, like Indonesia?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. I mean, I knew nothing about The Raid.
Both movies are in Indonesia, and everyone's Indonesian.
Yeah.
Well, at least most of the cast.
Was like Gareth Evans, like, because he's not Indonesian.
That's just kind of like what he likes making. He just likes making Asian fight films.
All right, fair enough. But yeah, it was very good. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Only complaint was like, yeah, it took a bit to get going, and not to the film, not necessarily the film's fault, but it's like because of The Raid, I've seen a lot of these tropes before, so it's not its fault, but it is what it is. I also watched Black Bag, the film Black Bag, the newest film from Steven Soderbergh, director of the Oceans films, director of Logan Lucky. This was a very interesting sort of, I guess, departure from his usual style while maintaining his usual style, because his usual style is like, you know, like heists and like espionage sort of thrillers and stuff. And this is an espionage thriller, but there's like no action. And by like no action, I mean there is no action. There's one explosion that is just a result of some storytelling, but it's mostly just people talking and a little bit of world building. It's also a movie that just completely throws you into the deep end, explains nothing, tells you nothing. You just have to get everything from context, and it's done very, very well. It's like an hour and a half. It's just a really, really good, tight story, great performances, great characters. Michael Fassbender's great. Kate Blanchett is great in it. It's just really, really solid. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Torrin?
What's up?
I watched The Game.
Oh yeah, you did.
Oh yeah, that's
it's alright, right?
It's unfortunate that I didn't like it as much as everyone else seems to.
That's fine.
Is it though? Is it? You know what my problem was? Logistically, I couldn't buy it. The whole concept, I wasn't, or maybe like it went too far. Like there was just a certain point where I was just kind of like, yeah, I get it. And then the whole thing was like, oh, like spoilers for the game. The whole thing was like, oh, it was
bro,
just,
oh my god, stop doing that, bro.
What?
Hey, motherfuckers haven't seen it. They haven't seen it.
And the whole thing was like, oh, it's just a prank, basically. And everything was
prank,
like,
bro.
everything's hunky dory. It's like, oh yeah, you're a rich white prick who's still rich. And I guess the lesson learned is be nicer, I guess. I don't know. It just unfortunately didn't work for me. I at least as far as like its core concept goes. I did like the ride it took me on. So it's like, it was, I'm not saying I was bored. Like I was entertained, but I think it could have been, I don't know. It just didn't work for me, unfortunately. I gave it a 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. Torn, I played, but I did not finish the game The South of Midnight.
Mm-hmm.
You're familiar with this game, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's just not very good. Which sucks because I was really looking forward to the game. And really there's absolutely nothing wrong with the story and the concepts at play. My problem is that it could have just been a very, very good movie that is just a game for it being a game's sake. The core gameplay loop is so fucking tedious and boring. It's just unfortunately really boring. When it gets to like cutscenes and shit, I'm like, ooh, very nice. Ooh, this is fun. This is cool. And then you get back to the gameplay and I'm just like, ugh. Like you're just playing just to get to the next cutscene. I'm like, this just could have been a movie. And so like I'm just gonna fucking watch the rest of the game cutscenes on like fucking YouTube. Because again, the story that's being told is actually really cool and really intriguing. But yeah, just as a game, it's just not it. It's just not it, Torn.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's all I watched / played. So is that the show?
That is a show.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for listening to the Avengers podcast. If you want to follow us, we're at Avengenerds on Blue Sky. That's AVENGE nerds, all one word. If you want to follow either one of us, you can reach me at It's Zenith on Blue Sky. Where can they reach you?
Torrentino on Blue Sky.
Yes, sir. We also have a Discord if you'd like to join the conversation there. Those will be linked in the show notes. You can also check out our link tree for any additional links you may be interested in. You can also review the show in-app on Apple Podcasts. If you could leave 5 stars in a review, it would really help us out. Thanks again for listening to the Avengers podcast. We'll see you next week.
Later.